Hello, hello. It's been a while for everyone, I feel. Hi. So, I got tea. I got news. For starters, hello. I just realized, I think this is the first time anyone on YouTube has seen me. Because I don't think I did face cam with any of my videos back then, because I was a child. Well, for the first part of my YouTube channel, I believe I was a child. Now I am not. When was my last video uploaded? Oh yeah, no, my last video was uploaded in December 2014. I was still a child. I was a wee little tot. That's not true, I was 17. But 7 years, almost 7 years later, 7 years in just under 2 months, will have been the last time I uploaded on YouTube. Which is crazy to think about. Also, why does my stream look like potatoes? I have my stream pulled up on my monitor and it just looks messy. Why for? I don't know. Well, that's gross. What does it look like if I switch to the game? Does it also still look like a potato? Because I would like it to not. Looks fine in my editor. Sorry, I'm trying to refigure everything out. This is partially a test stream and partially my first stream. So we shall see how it turns out. So to anyone who is returning here, oh yeah, no, that looks bad. Is that just the way it's playing back on my monitor? Kind of. It's kind of the way it's playing back on my monitor. I don't know. Well, it's fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. I've seen worse. So, to anyone who's watching this who used to be subscribed to me and or is still technically subscribed to me on YouTube, I uploaded my last YouTube video on December 14th of 2014, or December 12th of 2014. December 14th, 2014. Almost 7 years ago, which is weird to think about, I have to say. A little weird thinking about that. But that was the last time I uploaded to YouTube. I did continue to stream after that for a little while. I believe up until early 2016, late 2015. And I do still have my Twitch. I actually have been using it. For those who don't know, I have almost 400 followers on Twitch, which is exciting. I'm streaming on YouTube though, because of everything going on Twitch right now. I don't know if I feel comfortable streaming to Twitch anymore. I haven't decided for sure, but this may or may not be the new location of my streams. We'll just have to see what happens and how I feel about everything. YouTube is definitely a little more complex to use, but it has some nice features. I haven't transferred over my emotes. That's one thing that I have to do, and I don't know if I can do that just yet. I'd have to look into it and see. But, anywho, yeah, so we are currently, this is like currently where my channel and streaming is going to be for the time being at least. And we're going to switch back to the camera. But yes, to those of you who are still subscribed to my channel from ages ago, or those who are new, this is me. Life info. I guess I could give life info. I streamed on, or I uploaded on YouTube for I think a little over a year. And then I streamed for a couple years on Twitch. I stopped YouTube in like late 2014 and continued Twitch until I believe late 2015. But I don't recall for sure. And then I joined the Navy for 4 years, from the middle of 2016 to the middle of last year. So I was in the US Navy for 4 years. Other fun things that the channel wouldn't know about. Oh, I'm gay. Congratulations, me. I officially came out in 2016. I think it was August or September. It's when I came out to pretty much everybody. I was already out to like friends and stuff back in, I believe, 2013, 2014, but I officially came out to everybody after I came out to my family. And I live with my boyfriend. This is our place. We have our roommate as well, who's like one of his long-term best friends. But yeah, it feels really weird talking on YouTube. I haven't done it in ages. Feels like it's been ages. I mean, it has been. It's literally been years. But I do thank everybody who is still subscribed, and if you're here, hello. Nice to see you again. I do intend to try at least uploading YouTube videos on here. If I don't fully transition to streaming here, I do intend to upload videos here. So there's at least that, that I do intend to do. Yeah, that's actually something I've been looking at doing recently. I've recorded on a couple occasions a like welcome to my channel video and like where have I been, and I probably will still do one. I just haven't done one that I'm happy with. So yeah. Anyways, now that I've spent 15 minutes, well, not really 15 minutes, but like a while rambling, I guess we could work on getting into the game. So today I decided, since my YouTube channel was a Minecraft channel, and my Twitch was also a Minecraft channel for the longest time, I decided that what I would do is work on trying something new, and that's Dark Deity. Now, Dark Deity is a bit of a, is it a dark horse? Is that what they call it? The dark black sheep? Black sheep, a dark horse. I forget what the term is. I mean, black sheep is correct. Of the SRPG like genre, it's very mixed on how people feel about it. Oh no. Did it stop picking up the audio? Oh no, it did. It's fine. Who scared me again? Stopped using Streamlabs OBS because it's had an issue where I wasn't picking up my audio, and I was like, what the fuck? It's fine though. Oh, I swear now, that's another thing. My channel is no longer PG. I'm very inappropriate. If you're a child, leave. Sorry. Very inappropriate, I swear. I make dirty jokes. That's my brand at this point. Wholesome but dirty. Is kind of my MO. But yeah. So, what was I saying? Dark Deity. A little bit of a black sheep in the family of SRPGs. A little bit of a controversial one. It's created by an indie developer team called Sword and Axe Productions, Sword and Axe LLC, something like that. Which was programmed and coded by like one dude, and like one person did all the art, one person did all the PR, or like two people did all the PR. They hired a shit ton of voice actors, which can or cannot be one of the things that people aren't happy about. Like, some people weren't super happy with how the voice acting was handled. Not that the voice acting is necessarily bad, it's just that it's not frequent. They kind of went for a Fire Emblem Fates, Fire Emblem Awakening vibe, where it's sort of just like, they don't always read like full lines, it's usually just like parts of lines. Stream Elements bot do be working. It do. Did it block you or something? Block something you said? Also, hello Celeste. I'm assuming that's you. Also, how did you find my stream? Are you in my Discord? And I just didn't realize it? Oh, you are in my Discord. I was gonna be like, wait a minute, you shouldn't have me on YouTube. But hello. Hopefully it's not too laggy in terms of response time. I have it set to normal, and it said it should be near immediate. So I don't know. New. Yeah, I'm in the Discord. Yeah. Oh, it looks like for some reason there's a slight delay on my Streamlabs here. We'll just put this over here and we'll just monitor it off of this. But yeah. Yeah, this is where I'm streaming at the moment. We'll see how I feel about it. Dark Deity though, messy. I like her. Not a lot of people do. It's fine. I don't know, maybe it works. It's a medical mystery. Dark Deity, Black Sheep, controversial. A lot of people felt weird about it. I think it's, personally, I really enjoy it. I've been waiting to stream it since it came out, and I just kept forgetting, and then they had a really big update, so I was like, this is the time to stream it. I just got fitted and bought the female NSUs today. Oh, bitch. We love to hear it. I'm assuming that they are fitting well. I mean, you got fitted, I'd hope they are. Hopefully that's not too loud. So I just started a new game, but we're gonna start another new game. Because I literally only made it through chapter 1. And then I was like, well, maybe I should stream it, so I'll start over. It said that in the Age of Ascension, the gods walked among mortals and mortals among the gods. That a great empire spread itself thin across the known world, conquering land after land with its superior technology and magic. That the people of Terrazael came together in peace. Little is left from that time, swept away in a deadly cataclysm known as the Calamity. Not to be confused with Calamity Ganon, mind you. Thousands of years later, all that remains of life before the Calamity are ancient temples to the gods and the divine artifacts contained therein. It is the year 1105 in the imperial calendar. The kingdom of Delia lies in the heart of Etlan, a nation that has long thrived off of continental trade and lush farmlands. Though peace had reigned for over 25 years, Delia's king now sets his eyes on an enemy of his own construction. King Varric Valdistar assumed the throne a decade ago on the day his father Vasile was assassinated by unknown parties. Yeah, they are. The person measuring the waist measured my waist wrong and I went down like 6 sizes. Oh jeez. Do they not know where to measure waists? I mean, I can't talk. I don't know where to measure a waist at. I left with tops today, but I need to go back for the slacks and skirt. Oh, you're getting the... I forgot they had a skirt for NSUs. Or is that just for the dress uniform? Varric is convinced that the assassins were sent by the Aramoran royal family. To this day, it remains unproven. Following a minor border dispute that normally would reach resolution painlessly, King Varric resolved to attain his revenge. After sending a covert Delian force to burn the airborne city of Alaris to the ground, Varric and his thirst for revenge have plunged his kingdom into a war it is ill prepared for. Pressed for more troops, King Varric must make hard decisions. He looks now to Brookstead, the site of Delhi's most prestigious officer academy. Each year its graduating class bolsters Delhi's forces, a pact and tradition that has lasted a millennium. The young king believes the solution to his troop issues lies in a new path. He intends to recruit not only the graduate year, but every student currently enrolled. Those are being tailored. They have it for NSUs. The dress uniform is unisex now. Oh, that's right. The dress uniform is unisex now. They got rid of the, like, flight attendant vibe. Which, I have to say, I miss the flight attendant vibe. I was kind of jealous of the flight attendant vibe. Not gonna lie. I thought it was very cute. In quiet Brookstead, students have worked hard all year to stand out among their peers. The academy trials provide an opportunity to advance in the class rank or fall behind. For many, it is the most important day of the year. Though the trials can be stressful, many agree that a life of training with such clear goals is simple, enjoyable even. Come tomorrow, they will find that life may never be so simple again. They about to get enlisted, they about to get drafted. I would love to be in that uniform. Bitch, me too. I was obsessed with them. You still bought the black flats and pumps though. Ooh, tea. Listen, I thought that the stewardess looking blues were just so fancy. The dress blues for the Navy are not that fancy up until Chiefs. And then it's basically just a suit. But I liked the, is it Chiefs or is it just officers that get the suit looking one? I think it's Chiefs and officers. But yeah, I really did like the old dress blues. I don't know if you can still wear them, if it's like an optional thing, or if you have to wear the unisex form, like just the flapjack, whatever the fuck they call them, with the little cape, the little mini swoop. Because I would be wearing the shit out of the stewardess looking ones if I still had, if I had them and could wear them. If I was a famali, I would totally. Those uniforms aren't unisex, which is nice, and both get the button-up suit. Okay, so both of them do. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. I was like, I'm pretty sure, but listen, it's been almost a year and a half since I left, which is crazy. In fact, I think Sunday will be 1.5 years since I went on terminal leave. So I think it was April 17th. Was that Friday? Let me see. Was it? Yeah, April 17th was my last day. No, you can't wear the flight attendants anymore. You have to wear the unisex, and the whites are getting phased out by the end of October. Oh, they're That's what I thought. I thought you couldn't wear them. But what do you mean the whites are getting phased out? Are they doing new whites? Or are they not doing whites anymore? Are they only doing dress blues? I'm gonna be shook for everybody that has to wear dress blues in like the Pacific in the middle of summer or some shit. What do you think Gallon's got brewed up for the trials this year? Whatever it is, I'm sure it's tailored to make our lives difficult. You think he'd do that just to punish us for choosing Alden? I was up at the crack of dawn hearing no son of mine should jeopardize a mission for sentiment. Well, we couldn't pick Marin without Alden. That was the deal. I think he just can't stomach the thought of that his pride and joy might fail. His pride and joy is standing right in front of me. Huh, either way, I'm right. Besides, Alden is talented, even if your father doesn't see it. Why don't you try convincing the swordmaster that a 14-year-old who can't lift a training staff can best an 18-year-old graduate? There's a reason he doesn't teach conjuring. Your dad wouldn't trust a mage as far as he could throw him. Now that you mention it, I wonder how far he actually could throw Alden. I'd wager he could put a good toss on the type. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. How are you boys feeling about the big day?
Don't worry.
Let's see. I was an E3 when you got out. I'm an E5 now. Jesus Christ. Already? The old female whites are getting phased out. Were the female whites different? Oh, I guess they were. They were like the under part to the blues, weren't they? Like the white button-up shirt. I guess were the old whites. I actually don't recall. I feel like I never paid attention to that. I guess it would have been the button-up. I'm confident we'll pass. We certainly put in the training. Of course we'll pass, but I want to break Sterling's record. Cool to forge there, little man. But I'm on the best team of any first year. I think that what Alden is trying to say is that he really appreciates being on the team. Good. Now I'm going to need you to focus that appreciation, Alden. There's a lot at stake for your sister. Right, if we win, I won't have anything to worry about when Marin leaves for the army, because I'll know she's ready.
Great.
Well, there goes the mood. Promise you'll focus today and give it everything you got, okay? Promise. Let's get going. Can't miss the trial standing around for a chat. If father doesn't kill me, being stuck on a team with Alden just might. Weren't they a short sleeve set? Like a short sleeve button up or something? That's what I was thinking, because I think it's the same undershirt. Like the undershirt that they wore with the blues. The ones you wear with the old female cover. That I don't know. I think it was, or at least I thought it was the short button-up short sleeve button-up thing, and it was like what you would wear underneath the coat. Like the only thing that really changed between the whites and the blues, I thought, were the pants and whether or not you wore a jacket. Like you'd wear a jacket and black pants if you were in your blues, and you would take the jacket off and put on white pants if you're wearing the whites, but I don't know for sure, because I never wore them, and it's been ages since I saw them. I feel like as soon as I got in, everybody's already had started switching over to the whites. The blues stuck around for a while though, because I think a lot of people liked the blues. You know the rules, all non-lethal strategies. Defeat your opponents are fair game. Defeat the leader of this regiment to complete the trials. You'll all recognize him. We're prepared for this, Alden. Garrick, stay close behind.
It'll be all right.
If any of you take hits, I'm ready to patch you up.
Fair.
Can we go already? So the trials begin with such style and grace, my dad. Dressed dripping with sincerity today, aren't we, Dad? One thing that does suck is the loading times are a little slow, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I know that was a uniform because I remember buying the E2 patch for that uniform on accident. Yes, I believe I remember that happening because I think that was while you were at NCMS, right? Okay, okay. Okay, okay. So, how do I want to do this? I think I know that I think they updated to make his thing more specific. I think his thing is 5 tile or 5 XP within 2 tiles. So I think I want to have him. I want to try to get all of them close. So I might have him here, have her here, and have him here, and then have him kill this one. That might be the move. And we'll just use a power weapon. Yeah, we can use a power weapon. Hopefully he hits. Cool. Yeah, it was. I was gonna say, yeah, I think I remember that happening. So I was like, damn, no bueno. I was gonna say, well, now you could use it, but I guess you technically can't because they don't use that uniform anymore. And you're also an E5, so I guess it doesn't work anymore. It's fine. We'll have her use an accuracy. I actually forget what those ones are called. So it's power, balance, finesse, and what is that accuracy type weapon called? So it's power, I think finesse, balance, precision? Something like that. So I want to see how much they actually gain experience, because he's at 9, she's at 27, and he's at 9, so 9, 9, 27.
I'll take point.
Can he not kill it? Maybe. Nope. Well. Hopefully it just attacks. Nope. It's fine. We'll have him. So it's what, 18, 9, 27. Yeah, it works. Yeah, I think the only person that I saw in that uniform was MC from Admin. MC. MC from Admin. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Is she? I honestly can't fucking recall. I'm awful at remembering things from the Navy at this point. It's like everything has flown from my brain. We're just gonna have you do this. Do some arcane missiles. She's getting her shit rocked a teeny bit. I don't really have a way to heal her now that I think about it.
I'll take point.
Which is a little unfortunate.
Thought you'd never ask.
I think we'll have him kill this one. Have you kill this one.
That settles that.
just set her here. We'll let her
Let's do it.
draw some things out. Let both of them do that for some extra experience. We'll have you heal him. We'll heal him. We'll have him finish them off. There you go.
I've got a lot to learn.
I've got a lot to learn. Jimmy's mom. And spots reserved for Jimmy's mom. I hate myself.
Lead the way.
Did you heal? Do you heal yourself? Oh, you do. I forgot that that was her. She does heal herself when she heals others.
My hard work is paying off.
Indeed it is, Marin.
I'll take point.
You're doing swell. This would be the best option. Oh, but that dude packs a bit of a punch. We'll have to kill him. Gonna get Irving some experience.
My sword grows lighter with every swing.
Yes, it does. I don't know why that didn't update. The fucking NSU script was $75. Really? That's expansive. Little brother, certainly you don't think you can take me on. Sterling, you're going down.
Lead the way.
That's insane. Why so much? For what reason? Why does she need to be so expensive? Maybe crit or not. I guess I wouldn't have killed anyways, but 'twas worth a shot. Can you kill this one? Can.
Together. Fresh as a daisy. This should be fun.
We'll have him. We'll go for the for sure hit. Just because he needed that little bit to level up.
Proudly meeting expectations.
I do like one change that they made that's actually quite interesting is they added this little like bar underneath the characters, and it tells you what type of weapon they're using in terms of like if it's a power, finesse, precision, or whatever the other one is. Don't they have a tutorial? Combat? Where did they talk about it? Oh my god, they added a damage chart? Oh, that's fun. I made one of these for the Wikipedia page. That looked way less exciting than this one. Damage type effectiveness versus armor types. It's still very confusing, but like, slightly less confusing. It's a lot easier than having to like, look at every individual enemy. See that they colored it. Seems like the one with the most weaknesses is actually chain armor. Because it's weak to crushing, arcade, lightning, projectile, and piercing, and really weak to piercing. I have no idea why it was so expensive. If I get stuck on shore working at a desk, then I'm definitely going to use it. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I guess you probably can't wear it on ships, can you? Do you even wear NSUs on ships? Just realized that. I don't know if that's a thing.
Have fun!
I'll take point.
Her closer. You can get her some of this XP. Sorry, Sterling. Love you, miss you.
I hope I helped.
You did a great job, Alden. You actually did really good. You took the most damage out of anyone, did the most kills, took the most hits, tied for crits and dodges, traveled the furthest, dealt the most damage. Look at him. What a good boy. Oops, enter. No, you don't. That's what I was gonna say. I didn't think you did, but I wasn't sure. Not bad, little brother. You and your friends put up quite a fight. Glad to hear it. My gosh, you've all grown. That was quite the thrill. A thrill indeed. Surprised, father? Congratulations, son. Oh, you should be very proud of what you accomplished today. You especially, Marin. Thank you, Master Gatlin. And now that you've had your thrill, Commander, I believe some kind of explanation is in order. Of course, as I promised, brother, friends, if you'll excuse us. Forgive me if I've hardened in my years, Sterling, but I don't expect this to be a I don't expect this is a nostalgic visit. Unfortunately not, sir. You were never one to live in the past, always onwards and upwards. Tell me, how goes the war effort? At the moment, our prospects are grim. In fact, that's what brings me here. I see. Come to size up our latest graduates. Not quite. The king plans to recruit the entire academy. Naturally, there's no finer school to supply your ranks, though I hope to see the wars end well before the youngest graduate. Actually, I'm afraid he wants them now, sir. All of them. Is that so? Well, I didn't think he had the gall. Tell me, Commander, what plans does our king have in mind for the initiates? Perhaps 4 together could load a catapult. I wish I could say. Always a man of duty. The king is foolish to sever the pact. His father would not have heard of it. Fassel was a good man. With all due respect, sir, what better way to avenge his father than to join the ranks of those bringing justice to Erebor? Guard your suspicions, Commander, and do not speak so eagerly of war. If the king wishes it, he shall have his soldiers. I only hope you, of all people, understand the gravity of this decision. All too well. Chapter 2, Desperate Defense. Yeah, I only made it about halfway through the game, or a little over halfway through the game before. And then I took a long hiatus because I just couldn't convince myself to continue. Because I was finding other stuff to do. This graduating class is one of the finest cohorts I've had the pleasure of teaching in my decade as headmaster. At every opportunity, you have shown the resolve and dedication that allows Brookstead to endure. And I have every confidence that the classes to follow would do the same.
Listen up.
I regret that I must conclude this graduation ceremony with grim news. We've received orders from King Varric himself. Every student enrolled at Brookstead Academy is to be conscripted into the Delian Army effective immediately. I understand that for most of you, graduation felt a lifetime away. I stood where you did once, and now I know how you must feel. At the conclusion of this speech, you will all be graduates of Brookstead Academy. Outside these walls, you will be expected to exemplify our honor and our code. Life takes much from us, yet Brookstead still stands. You will have each other to lean on, and I cannot stress enough how important it will be to do so. I'm told you have 3 hours to prepare. Let Terrazea know that there is nothing that can stain the legacy of our town. Not quite the homecoming you imagined, I take it.
How is this fair?
How could the king do this? Easily it would seem, he cares not for conviction, regardless of its legacy or importance. Seems he'll stop at nothing to avenge his father. Where are my manners? Allow me to introduce Lincoln and Bianca. They are the leaders of this conscription tour, as well as good friends. Nice to meet you. Sterling's told us a lot about you. I thought you occupied the highest military rank in Delio. Why wouldn't you be heading the operation? I must return to Sojourn. I only came because if the king had sent anyone else, Callum might have headed them. You didn't come to see us?
No.
It's wonderful to see you, but I'm not afforded such luxuries in wartime. You're leaving then? I'm afraid so. I'll see you when you arrive in Sojourn. I can make excuses there to take a few hours off. Ill news aside, I'm glad you came. I can't put to words, wow, yikes, how much even this flawed trip meant to me. I really should be going, but you can trust Bianca and Lincoln with anything. And Irving, be sure to see Mother before you go. I will. See you in Sojourn. Irving, I'm glad you're home. How did the trials go? We did quite well. Sterling was there, actually. Was he? And too busy to stop by and say hello to his mother, I imagine?
It's not that simple.
In fairness, he wasn't here for long, and not with great news either. Mother, Oh, I know. Varric's recruited the academy. Well, how did you find out already? Word spreads fast in a place like this. I heard it from the town crier on the way back from the market. Hello. Oh, shoot. Be out in just a moment. Give me just a moment. I guess Nick's mom is here, so she needs to drop off something. I will be right back. So sorry. She had creamer and coffee to drop off, as well as a letter, and we had Amazon packages outside. Well, then I guess you know I'll be leaving.
Irving.
Name's Esme. Oh, Irving, I've already given one of my sons to Varric's War. Is it ever enough? We knew this day would come when I entered the academy. Of course, but not so soon. Well, I suppose it's never easy. You must take care of yourself on the road, and your friends.
Don't worry.
On the road and your friends? I'll take care of me and my friends on the road and on top of them. I honestly don't know. I just don't. I'll be fine, Mother. With all the effort the King's putting into the war, it'll be over before you know it, and I'll be right back in Brookstead. Let me turn on focus, do not disturb. War is rarely so simple in my experience, but I hope you're right. I'll miss you terribly, you know. I know I'll miss you too. Well, I'll grab my things. Right, before you go, let me prepare some provisions for you. I'll leave them on the kitchen table. Oh, and don't forget your running shoes! The stupid references made in this game are kind of wonderful. After passing the Brookstead trials, a day of celebration becomes one of separation for many. Having expected to graduate in due time, the Academy's students now must quickly say goodbye to their families. Sterling heads back to Sojourn, leaving a contingent in the care of Lincoln and Bianca. The contingent heads for Duskwater, a backwater town in the southeast. Lincoln hopes to fill the rest of their recruiting quota there. Good man, your service to the crown will bring your family honor. Now it would seem our charter requires 2 more brave souls. Come, good people, your king is called. Who will answer? I've got 4 mouths to feed. Aaron's not old enough to look after the farm. My leg's not what it used to be, though. I suppose I have a few good years left in me. Should I do it, Eli? Or Ellie, I guess, because his name's Elias. Should it do it, Ellie? I wager I'd look good with a big ol' hammer. Choose your next words carefully, Sia. You have a good life here. Willing service brings more honor than forced conscription. I pray it doesn't come to that.
Fine by me.
Don't know much about honor, but I can smell adventure when I see it. Sign me up, Captain. And I with her. Fortune favors us today. I thank you both for your courage. Just one catch. I gotta swing by the tavern and let the matron know I'll be taking a long vacation. Wouldn't want her to find out the hard way she's out her favorite barmaid.
Right away.
Very well, Irving, take your friends and accompany our newest recruits to the tavern. Bianca and I will finish up here. Oh, wow, I cannot. Where is the separation? I cannot read. Recruits to the tavern. Bianca and I will finish up here. Secure what provisions you can. We have a long road ahead of us. Yes, sir. Just gotta grab my things from upstairs. Be down before you can say you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Huh, alright. You prefer to travel light? Excessive equipment is an occupational hazard. Name's Elias, by the way. The 2 of you got a lot of guts signing up like you did. The 2 of us, right. Try overwhelming bravado and a lack of brains from my impressionable friend. I would never let her do this sort of thing alone.
No kidding.
To be honest with you, Elias, it sounds like anyone would have an impossible time trying to stop her. I wish that weren't true. You've never met a barmaid so bullheaded. Oh, I think I have. Bandits in the streets. They're headed for the inn. Black Abyss. We just left home and we're already in the thick of it. Where is that new recruit? I said I'd be ready.
To arms!
Good, prepare yourselves. Looks like we'll see the combat sooner than we thought. We'll have to hold out until Lincoln and Bianca can get to us. Well. We gonna get our asses whooped. I actually hope I do okay on this. They did tweak characters. So they rebalanced with the most recent update. A bunch of things, and while I've seen some people be like, oh, I hate when games nerf stuff, they've literally nerfed like almost nothing. The only thing they nerfed was something that was so incredibly broken. It was basically something that if you made any cleric or mage into an acolyte or a conjurer respectively, they could almost solo maps. Because their lifesteal ability was so potent. It was like, I think it heals 33% of damage dealt or something, and since they're strong classes, you had characters just wrecking house as mages, basically becoming mage tanks, which is bad, because those already exist, kind of. There's already tank type sort of classes for those. Mage not really, but that was like the closest thing mage had to a tank, and it was like actually really strong. The amount of times I threw Alden as a conjurer into the middle of a battlefield all on his own, and he was like destroying everything and healing himself like it was nothing. I basically used him as one of my tanks, and it was very broken. That's like the only thing they really nerfed. What they did do is they buffed a lot of people, and one of them was Elias, my good boy, who I wanted to use so badly, but I never could because he was so bad. He was incredibly weak. The way that they had him balanced before was terrible. He was incredibly weak, and I think they did already fix him once. They just changed him slightly more. They made him a little more defensive. They gave him 10 extra percentage towards defense growth and 15% more to fortitude, which is like protecting against spells. So I'm very glad that they changed him, because he's a very good boy and he deserves to be a strong boy. I actually don't recall when the class changes happen. I think is it 10 and 25 or 10 and 30? Does it say in the tutorial? Promotion. Yeah, 10 or 30. Units received after level 10 have their stats scaled to the class you chose for them. Yeah, so he's very nice. He actually was really good at the beginning of the game before, and it became such a problem that he wasn't balanced properly. It was so bad. It was so awful. He was just very weak. Like, he was good beginning game, and then late game he just became unusable. I tried so hard to keep using him, but he was incredibly squishy and dealt almost no damage. It was awful. And at first I thought it was because I put him into a magic class, because the thing about adepts is they can become... They're like a group of people. I think they're technically like a race of people, but I'm not sure because there's also like elves that are adepts. So I can't entirely recall what exactly it is. I don't know if they're like a race or a tribe or something of people, or like just people who are born special that basically have an innate ability to use magic and to lean towards magic. I think that they were hunted down at one point. They were like being mass killed, but now they're kind of just like iffy. They kind of like stay on the down low because some places don't like them. So, but their whole thing is that the classes they can change into there's like physical classes, magical classes, and kind of like hybrid classes. Like a quasi-hybrid class. Like they have the Reverie, which is like, I think technically a physical class, but it kind of has, I think when it promotes it gets magic, like magic and physical. If you choose to go straight through its promotion line to like the next like equivalent, basically. There's like the Wind, the Gale Runner, the Wind Lancer, whatever the fuck it's called, the Wind one. And that one's like just a fighter, a physical fighter. And then there's the like Flame Surge or whatever, Flame something, and the Storm one. And I made him into a Storm one, and because adepts tend to have balanced strength and magic growths, I realized, and he actually had decent magic. His strength was only like a couple points higher than his magic when I turned him into a Surge, like maybe 1 or 2. But he became utterly useless the moment I changed his class. I don't know what happened, but he became completely useless, and I was very sad. Because I wanted to use him, especially because he's one of the only ones that has like he's one of the queer characters. He can end up with, I think, Ford. Ford's like bisexual, and I think he can have a ending with Ford. And I really wanted to use him because he's like one of the gays, and I was like, I need to have the gays. It's only responsible. And yeah, I couldn't use him anymore. He was, no matter how much I tried, to baby him and have him pluck kills, I just could not get them to survive. He just could not do it. Hot bean juice. Crab cake. Tier 1 token. So we could try to go after the boss. I know that last time I tried rushing, it was terrifying.
At your disposal.
And he got a buff to his crit. They upped his crit chance for his special ability. It used to be 8%, and now it's 10% chance that he will proc his ability, which is that he has a small chance to just do a crit, like a small independent chance. Like even if he doesn't get the like 2 16% chances that he has to do this right now, he will get an 8-10% chance to do a crit for each of those. So like doubles kind of have like an even higher chance to crit.
You're just another cur.
Oh, he already did a crit. That was just a normal crit. Oh, he's level 3 and she's level 2. Okay, so I think I want to try to have her kill him. If we can finagle that somehow.
You'd never ask.
You are a strong boy. So you're gonna lower him down a bit and have Sia finish him off. We'll just have her use the balanced.
You handled that well.
Now, something that all the classes have, we officially have one of each of the classes now, I believe. I think there's 6. It's the Cleric, the Warrior, the Mage, the Rogue, the Archer, and the Adept. And each of them has like I forget what they're referred to as. They're like class skills or class abilities. Let's say it in here. Abilities. Yes, yeah, they all have abilities. What was that last one? Hostile something? Hostile abilities cannot be used on bosses. Oh. Yeah, they have an innate skill that they all have for each class branch, and certain promotions will give different bonuses. So like the priest class for the cleric will make their heal able to go up to 2 blocks away. Normally it's only like you have to be next to them, but with the priest you can heal like 2 spaces away. The guardian can heal. They don't. I forget if they do an immediate heal at all. I think they do a small immediate heal, but they heal over time for more than like a normal heal would do. It's like 2 or 3 turns of healing for like half the amount, so it ends up being kind of like double, something like that. But it's over time instead of immediate. So they have stuff like that. So like the warrior can push people, I think enemies and friends. Clerics heal. Mages phase, which basically means if they have someone next to them, they can teleport them to the space over. So like if I had him go down here and phase her, she would move up here. If I phased him, he'd move over here. Rangers get the haste skill, which is basically, I think additional movement by like a couple. By like 2. Oh no, it's only 1. Maybe they nerfed that. I thought it was higher. Yeah, I guess that there's just gives you extra movement for a turn. And then rogues can disarm, which basically removes. If you like hover over enemies, you'll see that they have like bonuses and weaknesses that plays into the damage chart. So like if enemy is using fire damage and you're wearing leather armor, they'll deal 30% more damage. It's a little more complex than that because there's like the mastery that changes those percentages slightly, and it's just a lot. But yeah, basically like different damage types deal different things to different armor types. And disarming a foe makes it so that the weapon advantage that they have will not apply anymore. So they will not deal, like, if she were fighting him, who has an advantage against her, if she disarmed him first, and then he attacked her, he would not deal bonus damage against her. She would still deal weaker damage, I believe, to him because his armor, if I recall. Removing their weapon stats for a turn. Yeah, I believe that still makes it so that... Oh, maybe it doesn't do what I thought. Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's the stats. Must be this stuff. Stuff when you, like, look at their weapons. I don't know. I honestly don't remember. It's been so long. And I never really used disarm anyways. So Lord only knows what it does. I don't recall. So sorry, but yeah, and then the adepts have a really useful skill actually called Chain, which will allow them to basically freeze someone in place, so like the enemy cannot move for the turn that they are chained. So if Ellie is chained, this archer or something, then he couldn't go and attack him or her. He could only attack people within his immediate vicinity. Until the next turn, then he would either have to be killed or chained again, or else he'd move.
Are you sure? settles that. How can I help? Lead the way. Stay with me!
Okay, we're doing okay. Oof. She's a squishy girl, I forgot. They did, one thing they nerfed, I think was dodging. That was another thing that was way too broken, that people were upset that got nerfed, but it was legitimately broken. Sia could dodge tank an entire map on her own. Now if she got hit, she'd lose like a fuck ton of health, but she never got hit. Her, like, hit percentages on her were legit like 1%, 2%. Like, it was broken.
I'll take point.
So they fixed her so she's not as destructive as she used to be. Which I honestly think was a change for the better. Can you kill that? Stop it. You didn't kill it? Girl. I expected more from you. That's fine. We'll have Garrett kill it. We're gonna have her heal you.
Stay sharp.
We're gonna have you come down here.
Hope you don't mind.
Push her a little. Oh, is Ellie's about to get his ass wiped? Possibly. Well, that's the only thing that can attack there. We can save him.
Have fun! I've got a lot to learn.
Magic, Fortitude, Dex, and Luck. That's not bad. I actually might just put him over here. Oh god. Her accuracy is so awful. Oh, his accuracy's not doing so hot. No, these dudes either. See, this is why I don't ever go anywhere on this map. I just sort of sit here. It's kind of intended to be that you sit around and wait, basically. Because, yeah, it is quite the dangerous map.
Let's do it.
What would be his best bet? This would still hit twice. It's 2 7% chances for a crit, and he actually has a chance to dodge, so I think that'll be the move. Looks like it did not crit, but that's okay. She should be fine. It's just a question of whether or not it can get killed by her, which, unless she gets lucky and gets 2 crits, she's not gonna kill this. Yeah, we'll go for accuracy and damage.
Be careful. I won't lose you. I'll take point.
I guess.
She's very unlikely to kill that dude. Can he kill that dude? Maybe.
Was that really necessary?
Yes, it was, because that dude was about to wreck
My
house.
sword grows lighter with every swing.
I didn't trust that man's. Now we have to contend with all these archers, unfortunately.
What'll it be?
And I think the best move would be to see if she can kill one of them, maybe? be? Can you kill this? No. I guess we could pull her out, but I feel like that would not be the wisest decision. What we might do is have her disarm him.
You dropped something.
Moving weapon bonuses. See, that's what I don't know. We'll see how it works. Elias can actually hold his own a little bit more. That extra buff time
Right
seems
between
like
the
it's not
eyes.
too bad. There you
Leave some
go.
for me.
Oh, he deals like nothing. Is that from that disarming? So
Are you sure? Let me at him.
It's nice. Nice little critical moment.
I guess.
I'm on it.
He's gonna be able to reach her, and so can he, which I do not like at all, actually. Oh, shiitake.
It was not their day.
My hard work is paying off.
Yes, Marin, you're doing a splendid job. You're doing a tremendous. What do I want to do? I think I want him to come down here to help sort of form a wall against her getting shot at by a bunch of things.
Be careful. I won't lose you.
Proudly meeting expectations.
And then we'll have him.
I'm on it. At your disposal.
We'll have him try to see if we can kill him. I don't think he can.
You're just another cur.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll heal him. Do not think she can kill. She'd have to try really fucking hard, but she can at least hurt him. Which is better than nothing.
Bye, Mommy.
Yeah, we're gonna have him attack with this, guarantee a kill. Let's see, level 3, level 3, level 3, level 3, level 3, level 3. Everybody's level 3.
At your
Let's
disposal.
see it. You can kill. You have a lot of movement, don't you? Oh, you only move 5. That's right, their movement's slower on the lower maps. the earlier maps, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if any of them move and don't kill him, she can get hit. But I think that's okay. Like, she'll be fine.
Your end
Oh, he got his
approaches.
personal.
I'll take point.
He moves 3. 1, 2, 3. He 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he
I'll
cannot
take
hit
point.
her. Elias is level 4.
One step at a time.
Strength, defense, fortitude, dex, and mass. What turn are we on? Turn 6. Survive 7 turns. I think we have one more turn. And I am not super pressed to get the hot bean juice. And kill him particularly. So I think I'm going to prioritize
Thought you'd never ask.
killing more enemies.
I'll take point.
Nice.
What'll it be?
Have her kill him.
I'm on it.
Have him. So he could try to kill this dude. Is he going to? Probably not.
I'm on
Can
it.
he kill him? Yes. Very much can kill him. Yes, this is our last turn. So it's up to us to figure out how we want to handle that. I think I want her to heal. Try to spread that experience out a
This should be
bit.
fun.
You can kill him. You can attack him. Yes.
Come then, test your resolve.
Oh, he did it. Oh, look at him go.
At your disposal.
Then it's literally just a waiting game. We did it. Stage clear.
What would you do without me?
Garrick at 150. He was strong against a lot of things. Elias did really good too. That was a very successful first chapter. There, by the tavern. Glad to see you all in one piece. How did you fare? Splendidly, you may be surprised to learn this isn't the first time I've stepped out of a tavern and into a skirmish. Something tells me he's not. Hardly. Yeah. That was hairier than I expected.
Indeed.
Yes, no fine academy or drunken brawl can fully prepare one for the perils of battle. Still, I was glad to have our new recruits with us. They both held their own. Based on the charred bandits, I'd assume one of them is an adept, or else an incredibly skilled mage. Like to ship me back to Nualis? Nualis? For purification, would you?
Not even.
Huh, that would spell the end for both of us, I'm afraid. Some say it takes one to know one. Ah, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised to find a fellow adept in an army. That's where our talents inspire the least superstition, I found, so long as you're standing under the right banner. Who were those guys anyway? Were those the Airmorans we're supposed to fight?
No.
Huh, believe me, that would have ended so quickly or so neatly were we up against the forces of Aramor. No, bandits more likely. Huh, we've had trouble with bandits these past few months, but for the last week or so, things have been quiet. Maybe they were gearing up for something big like this. These bandits you speak of, do you know where their base of operations is? Not exactly, but I know they used to ambush folks by the northeast crossroads. Had to patch a couple travelers up when they came through bleeding like a summer pig. That isn't an expression, Sia. That's just a day's trip north from here, correct? Just about. You don't look like you move too fast, though, so don't hoist me up to the gallows if I'm off by an hour. Lincoln, the sun's already low in the sky, and Varric's not one to overlook a delay. We just recruited the town's best fighters. I won't leave them defenseless at the mercy of some ruffians. What about the other
I'll give the
recruits?
word.
I'll send them on ahead. If they at least make good time to sojourn, Varric might be more understanding. Let's be off. Best we reach their camp before they catch wind of what transpired here. I can tell you one thing, the townsfolk will be glad to be rid of these thugs. Let me check something real quick. Just double checking something. trying to think about what I want to do with my peoples. I wanted to see what other people recommend for like Elias and stuff like that. I want Elias to work, and I just want to make sure that he's fine in a class before I put him into it. Split up into 6 entries. How's the wiki doing? Oh, the wiki's looking real cute. People have been really keeping up with it, it looks like. That's very nice. I haven't looked at the wiki in a really long time. I wonder if they have, like, recommendations for characters. I feel like he'd make a decent Surge. It's just the issue of the fact that I don't think he does at the same time. And I see people mention to put him in a Surge, which is what I tried the first time. It just didn't work. He kind of kerplunked really bad in that aspect. He was not super good as a Surge, but then again, I don't know. I don't know why that happened either, because his magic wasn't bad. His magic was relatively decent, because his magic growth is really high, and his magic growth stays the same if you put him in a Surge. But for some reason, it still wasn't good. Maybe he just got RNG screwed. I don't know if his... I feel like they buffed him previously. Did they? That's what I don't know. I don't know if they actually have buffed him already, and this is like the second time they buffed him. Let's see. Has he been buffed? I actually don't know if they buffed him before. Actually, it doesn't look like they really changed a whole lot with characters in the past. I thought that maybe they had, but it doesn't look like they did. surge on deity difficulties. Eric, I don't think he's as good as so it's better. I want to see what other people put Elias into. I liked that one thing I saw. This class suggestions thing that lists people in like recommended classes. I might try those and see how they fare. And it also recommends Elias as a surge. A lot of people say Elias is best as a surge. Which maybe I'll give it another try. I'll probably save before I promote him into that. Maybe I can find enough willing recruits to fill the requirements. Irving and his friends are sent to escort one of the final recruits, as she gathers some things. While they wait in the inn, a fierce assault from bandits comes over the town. The four from Brookstead, along with new friends Sia and Elias, holds the bandits off from the inn. Now they plan to follow the trail to ambush the bandits on their own ground. This group had been troubling Duskwater for months, and in Lincoln's eyes, there is no question that something must be done. We'll need to make camp for the night. No sense laying an ambush coming straight from a fight.
No kidding.
Couldn't agree more. I have some weapon maintenance I need to take care of as well. Always rushing off to your next errand, Irving. I'm looking forward to kicking back and having a nice rest before we plunge into mortal peril again. I'll catch up with you. It won't take long to get my weapon situated. Irving, I'll be around if you need help. Garrick, don't come by my tent to pester me with useless questions.
Hardly.
Useless? Just because you don't see the use doesn't mean there isn't one. As your commanding officer, that's exactly what it means. I don't have the patience for it tonight. Oh, alright, I'll go pester Sia or Elias instead. You do that. He said, leave me the fuck alone. You made a noble choice to serve your people, Elias.
I'd rather not.
Interesting you should say that. I don't feel as though I had much of a choice at all. Was Lincoln's speech so compelling? No, and no need to tell him I said that. But after everything I'd seen Sia through, I couldn't watch her get thrown to the dogs at the whim of some king. I understand. But yours is a different story, I imagine.
Yes.
Yes, it was a lifelong dream of mine to serve the crown, like my brother before me. I see. Have you been at this for a while then?
Not quite.
Real combat? No, not any longer than you. Oh, that's promising news. I've trained, though, quite extensively, and Lincoln and Bianca are experienced themselves. We're likely in the best of hands as far as new recruits go. If that's true, that is a comfort.
Don't worry.
One thing I wouldn't do is intentionally lie to you about something like that, Elias. I trust your word on that. Here we are, Ellie. on a grand adventure together like I always said we would be. First, your version of always has a rather short definition. Second of all, this grand adventure came on a whim of yours like everything else we do. Okay, let's do what we do. Let's do what you want to do. Then if this is such a burden. Let me think about that. Maybe it would help if we weren't dedicated to a cause from which we might be executed for abandoning.
Bummer.
See? No, I get it. No good ideas ever. That's why I make the decisions on what we do. I think that's probably a massive oversimplification, but we can roll with it if you want.
This is fun.
Yay, I get what I want. Was it ever in question? Of course not. Really though, if you want to dodge out and make a run for Carmont, I'm all in. I don't want to drag you into something you're uncomfortable with. I'll give it up, it's fine. Just wish we had discussed it beforehand. Ooh, pardon me. Just wish we had discussed it beforehand. Well, next time I feel like I'm going to make a ridiculously compulsive decision. Do you think I should ask you first? You can be my emotional touchstone. Do I think you should ask me first? Do you ever listen to yourself? You're just ridiculous.
Oh, come on.
So, that's a yes, right? Yes, of course I think that. Maybe then we wouldn't be stuck fighting in an unjust war for a nation we care nothing for. Hey now, watch the use of we here. I grew up in Delia. You grew up in Duskwater. The King of Delia never gave the slightest riff for you, your family, or your town. Well, pardon me for sticking by centuries-old cultural traditions. Oh, Lord. Maybe I need to make coffee. Well, pardon me for sticking by centuries-old cultural traditions of identifying the place I live. Very funny. You should be very proud of your patriotism, Sia. Huh? What do you mean? You seemed quite eager to enlist. I was the same way when I joined the academy. I'm eager to get out of Duskwater, I can tell you that. Really? I didn't see anything wrong with it. And you were there how long? Maybe a couple of hours. Yeah, and you were already attacked by bandits. You were? That happens often then? Not usually, but when it's not bandits, it's something else. And you know what Duskwater never is? What's that? A tourist destination.
No kidding.
I see, with the exception of recruitment tours, of course. That's right, when a war gets desperate enough, the crown reaches its hand into Duskwater. Well, you've certainly put it behind you now, but the road ahead promises both change and challenge.
Fine by me.
I like a good challenge. Then you'll be good to have around. I always am. Well done, Irving. You've come a long way since I last stumbled into you and Marin in the sparring fields. Well done. Thanks. I've been training a lot. I'm sure you have. There's no shortcut to excellence. Well, you can always get lucky.
It's not that simple.
You can just as easily get unlucky. It's better not to rely on luck.
Are you sure?
Seems to work alright for Garrick. Huh, he'd have you believe that, but trust me, it doesn't work as well as it seems. We definitely got lucky getting assigned to Sterling like that.
No kidding.
I'm with you there, that was unexpected. So he didn't even tell you he was coming? No, I was completely surprised. It's a shame he couldn't stay with us longer. Yeah, I can't believe we actually beat him. There should be some kind of reward for that.
Not quite.
Well, we had an advantage in numbers, don't forget.
Huh?
What about all the other challengers?
Sterling.
They were hardly comparable to Sterling. I guess that's true. Besides, I'm sure he had to suspend all of his non-lethal tactics. That's probably all he was learning in the army. So you don't think I could have beaten him? I mean, if it were just the two of you? Yeah, just us. Alden, I'll never accuse you of setting unambitious goals. With some more training, possibly, perhaps you could have beaten him. Then I'll keep at it until I'm strong enough to make history myself. Can't go wrong with that. This is all so strange, Irving. Every time I think back to my last days in Brookstead, it feels like a dream. I'm a bit surprised to hear you say that. Between the four of us, at least you were expecting to graduate.
I don't know.
Yes, but not like this. I'd never seen Master Galen so distraught before. Oh my god. That distraught before. He's usually so composed, like he's perfectly in control. That's the nature of war, it strips even the powerful of their control. Galen knows the best of all. He's the one who taught it to us in the first place. I think he's learning the lesson again for himself. That may be. Or at least I don't have to wait another year for you and Garrick to catch up to me. And I know you've been eager to get out there ever since you enrolled. Seems like you're getting your wish.
No kidding.
I'm definitely looking forward to stepping onto the stage and making an actual impact. I've spent my entire life up to now in the audience. That's called having a childhood, Irving. Well, I guess some people are just born to do certain things. I'm grateful for the chance to live out my calling.
It'll be all right.
I know you'll make the Academy proud, and your family. Though I'll admit your brother set the bar pretty high. All the more reasons not to take my eyes off of it for a moment. Ambition has its place, don't forget. It doesn't hurt to take a look at your surroundings now and then. As long as it doesn't slow me down. I think you could afford to slow down a little. But by my standards, I'm still not moving fast enough.
You really think so?
Oh well, maybe you'll understand what I mean someday. When I'm your age, perhaps, so in about a year. You might be surprised, Irving, a lot can happen in a year. This is true. See, she has a talk with Garrick, he has a talk with Marin and Garrick. I guess all the basis people have talks with each other. I'm very excited to play with Lincoln and Bianca again, because they are wonderful. Bianca is one of my kick-ass fighters in my main, like, saves. And Lincoln was too, actually. Lincoln wasn't the best, but he very quickly became the best that I had. He became such a good tanky physical fighter as a guardian. Yeah, I have 2 tokens. Let me save real quick. I don't think that says load. If I go load up, that's save. Like, oh, I had just recruited Foss, and I had him become an Acolyte. So I had her as a Gale, and she is fantastic. Kicks ass as one, and then I had Lincoln as a Guardian. And his strength is not the best. Surprisingly, his magic is his main growth that he's had. But he still does decent damage. Like, he's not terrible physically. I mean, he's got only a little less than Irving does as a knight. And his defense is very high. I think the highest out of anybody on my team. Even higher than Vesta. And Vesta's also a dedicated tank. See, I had to give up on Elias. His strength and magic, oh my god. 15 and 14. At level 14. Like, not the best because he starts with 10 in each. At least now he does. I don't know if they've changed that since I had him the first time. When I first started this playthrough. But between level 3 and 14, he only gained 4 magic and 5 strength. Like, he had almost a 100% chance to get a point in either of those every level. And he just didn't gain any, and he was so bad. I mean, it's just awful. He was so bad. It just made me very upset. I wanted to like him and use him, but I just couldn't. Oh god, I just couldn't. He was just too bad. I think I'm gonna end my stream though. I'm gonna go make coffee. Probably do a little more job hunting. Maybe stream again on Twitch. We'll see. Later, because I might be playing with some friends, my boyfriend and our friend Kelsey, a little bit later. So we shall see. But I appreciate everyone for coming by. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see y'all later. Thanks for everybody who stopped by for my first stream. It was interesting. We'll see if I do it